AITA for backing out of paying for my sister's wedding dress over a joke she made. I had an incident on my wedding day back in 2017, where my former fiancé abandoned me and ran away with his pregnant mistress. That image, those details are forever engraved on my mind, and I'll never forget how I felt that day. This was truly a turning point in my life. My family have always been there for me, so I kept close to them. My younger sister is currently engaged and her wedding will be in few months. She's struggling with money, so I decided to help her and her fiancé and pay the wedding dress. This allowed her to be able to buy her dream wedding gown that cost $7,000. It's a lot for a dress, but she literally cried because she wanted it. This happened few days before we agreed to go buy the dress. We were eating dinner at my parents' home and my cousin and aunt were there. My aunt was asking my sister about the wedding and my sister said that everything was going according to plan, and then casually laughed and said, "Let's just hope he won't run away with a pregnant mistress or something in our wedding day." I was blown away completely. She laughed and aunt laughed too, as if this was a joke. She was basically mocking what happened with me in my wedding. It happened so fast I got up and started screaming at her, calling her an idiot, but my parents asked me to take it easy and she said it was a joke and she didn't think I'd react so intensely. My aunt remained seated and my cousin asked me to calm down and drink some water, but I grabbed my stuff, and as I was getting ready, I told my sister she was getting $0 for her dream wedding dress, then I walked out. I heard louder commotion as I walked and my dad and cousin followed me outside trying to talk, but I asked to be left alone. My and dad spoke to saying I was too harsh on my sister over a joke and said that I know this is how she is with her dark sense of humor. They said she's been crying after I decided to back out of helping her and said this ruined her wedding. They want me to reconsider my decision since it might damage my relationship with my sister, but I refused. Did I overreact? Info. It's my aunt that would usually bring up what happened from time to time and say stuff like, "If what happened didn't happen, you would have had at least 2 kids now," or, "Do you know what day it is? Your wedding anniversary." It's harsh, but she stopped doing it anymore. Maybe my sister is being influenced by her, but still, it hurt the same, and more coming from my own sister. NTA. I wish I had $1 for every time I seen, you know how he, she, they is, are, on the sub. It's just the same as saying, "Yay, we know what they did was wrong, but they don't listen to us. So we're going to try to guilt you into fixing this." You were under no obligation to pay for your sister's extremely expensive dress. It was a wonderful act of kindness. As thanks, your sister threw the most traumatic experience of your life in your face and laughed about it. $7K can buy a pretty amazing holiday op. You definitely deserve it. Just saying. This is how she is with her dark sense of humor. Well, this is how I am with her dark sense of humor. Serious lack of self-awareness and simple respect from this sister. Charged remarks come with charged consequences. NTA. Let's all joke about someone's trauma, and then get mad at them when they react exactly how you'd expect someone with trauma to react. NTA. NTA. You don't make a joke at the expense of someone who is paying an obscene amount of money for your wedding gown and then still expect them to fork over the money for you. NTA. I'm tired of people using others' trauma as a source of humor. It's not funny to the person it happened to. If she genuinely is remorseful, then maybe you might feel differently about the dress. "Oh no. Now I can't have my dream dress. Oh no. The wedding is ruined," isn't sounding that way. NTA. Why are her feelings more important than yours? She made a joke out of your pain. That's not funny. Tell your parents they can pay for her dress, since they don't mind her sense of humor. My advice for those who engage with dark humor. If the person who was hurt by whatever you are joking about hasn't started cracking jokes about it first, you should keep your joke to yourself. NTA. Her wedding won't be ruined because she can't wear a ridiculously expensive dress she can't afford. NTA, she's only upset because you backed out of helping her, not because she upset you. NTA. It's only a joke if the person being made the butt of the joke also finds it funny, which you didn't. For good reason. Your sister took a nasty jab at you and backpedaled as soon as the consequence came out. Keep the money up and don't give in to her tears. Your sister got herself into this mess. She can dig herself out of it. The only person who could get away with making that joke is you. NTA. I would accept a heartfelt apology but not pay for the dress. $7,000 for a wedding dress is insane, and the fact that her entire wedding would be ruined is ridiculous. Making a joke out of one of the most traumatic events of your life? Only you can make those jokes on your terms. Walk away from the situation until you can deal with it. Also, $7,000 for a dress? Peeved. No. NTA. Your sister damaged the relationship when she cruelly mocked you. That wasn't dark humor. That was a direct dig at you, the person who was helping her pay for an expensive wedding dress. NTA. She was happy to make the joke at your expense until it backfired into a $7,000 expense for her. NTA. No one needs to take a dig at you to make a joke at your expense when you're trying to make their day ideal for them. She will be fine with another dress within her budget like everyone else does. She was lucky to have you offer to help, but I'd back out. She should apologize. She should understand it's a sensitive subject. And probably that it's also a sensitive time for you as you are preparing for someone else's wedding. If she can't grasp that, that's on her. NTA. That joke was very misplaced. She has only herself to blame for taking her dream dress away. If this is a one-off and she apologizes, I hope you'll be able to mend the relationship. Yet you're not at fault for your response. NTA. Your trauma is not a laughing matter. Your sister can find someone to pay for her dress who is okay with being ridiculed while paying $7,000. NTA at all. The whole dark humor excuse is so tired. Not even sure why your sister would risk upsetting you knowing her getting her dream dress depended on you putting in some money for it. What she said was rude and hurtful and she should apologize. KMT. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Plain and simple. If it isn't funny, don't joke about it in the first place. NTA.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.